Mic check. Is this thing on? Well, I do not care anymore. So, in case you've clicked on this video in need of some intelligent analytical insights about today's match and the consequences it may have or may not have for the future of Indian cricket, please exit the app, go have dinner, sleep. I don't know when you're watching this, just go on with your life. This is not the video you're looking for. This is basically not an explosive rant from an Indian cricket fan. And I say this with the highest degree of sincerity possible when I say that I am disappointed. And I know it's not a huge claim. Wow, he's disappointed. The cricket team has lost a final. He's disappointed. That's crazy, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, after winning, what, 10 matches on the trot and looking like an absolute juggernaut throughout the tournament, when you lose a final in this manner, as in your batting fails, your bowling fails, your fielding fails, I don't think India has one proper positive in the entire match. There isn't one positive thing to look at. And Australia have many. I think their fielding was one of the best displays I've seen in the last few years. I've been watching cricket. Travis Head's century. What an innings. The pitch was supposed to be difficult for batting. We've seen how difficult it was after Australia batted. And I don't think anybody from Australia bowled especially amazing balls, but still our batting was poor enough to help them get enough wickets. And what I'm thinking personally is, where am I right now as a fan of cricket and a fan of sports in general? Like, I've got a lot going on in my life. I've finally been able to meet some personal expectations, some personal achievements of mine, and I should be pretty happy about that. But the fact of the matter is that I'm not. I am nowhere close to how happy I should be today, considering how the day panned out personally for me. And the reason for that is I am terribly emotionally invested in cricket. Now, I have recently been a person who has not been emotionally invested in anything, like ranging from personal relationships to personal goals. I don't think anything has caused me sadness or happiness or anger to a degree which I cannot handle. Now, this is usually a positive change, but I feel like I've felt too less. I wish I could have felt more, and today I am feeling a lot. And I feel like I put my eggs in the wrong basket. And I don't care if they hatch. If they're in the right basket and none of them hatch, if all of them go to waste or go into fucking omelets for all I care, I just want to be invested in the right things. For example, like I have this habit of ranting, or rather venting uncontrollably on my WhatsApp status, as my status gang would know. Whenever there's any big match coming on, I did it for the semi-finals, I did it for the finals as well, and I said something there which was along the lines of, after Khelo India, the program launched by a government and Modi ji, we have had achievers in sports that were recently, till until recently, unheard of. Like, we've got achievers in sports where we used to have little to no funding, and they win medals for us. And if I ask you to name some of them, if I ask myself to name some of them, I would say no clue, absolutely no clue. And if you ask me to name all 15 of India's World Cup squad, I probably will, without one, without like any trouble at all. And ask me to do the same for the Indian football team. Will I be able to do that? No, I won't. Ask me to do that for one Premiership football side. Even that is crazy popular. It's probably the most popular league in the world, but I still won't be able to tell you. And the reason is, ever since that one day in 2011, something told me, I don't know if it was society, if it was my own feelings, something told me, this is cricket. This is something that you can be emotionally invested in, because this is something your team, the team that you are supposed to support, considering where you were born. Your team is supposed to be good at this sport, so go ahead and watch it. It's going to give you happiness. Or maybe the explanation wasn't like this. The point is, I got emotionally invested in cricket. And I got so emotionally invested that after various personal developments, when my heart became pretty much like a stone towards everything in general, I feel way too disappointed. Considering that after all, this is a sport. If they win, I get nothing. If they lose, I get nothing. Again, like I don't get anything. It does not affect me in any way, but it will still, it shouldn't affect me rather, but it does. And I'm seriously sad, and I'm recording this video sitting alone in my room with the bolt up. Okay, that's not the direction I was looking for. With the bolt up on my door, and my parents are sitting outside. And this is my last day with them for quite a long time, right up till the end of December, because I'm going back tomorrow to my college. And I'm recording this video and trying to catch a hold of where my feelings are going right now. That's where cricket has brought me. Like, there's 2 months of watching IPL, then there's following the countless, rather pointless bilaterals that we play with teams ranging from Ireland to Australia, and we seem to do great in all of them. But when we are supposed to perform on a stage like the semis or the finals of the World Cup, we will inevitably disappoint ourselves. And maybe it's not something that surprising. Like, after all, they are humans. The 11 who are out on the field from a country which is famous for being emotional, if they crumble under pressure, they're just they're just 11 from the 130 crore. Is it 130 crore? Yeah, probably. They're just 11 normal, common people. And if they mess up, maybe it isn't as earth shaking as we make it out to be, but it does feel earth shaking. And that is where my problem lies. My rationality tells me to ignore how the results or how happenings in cricket go, but it does affect me. I do put aside other things. I reset my priorities to prioritize cricket. Even something as trivial as the IPL, like match scripting, match fixing, everything related to that, talks about those have been going on for decades now, but I'll still be doing it. And this is a toxic cycle that I'll try and get out of now. Maybe I'll watch some tennis for a change. Maybe I'll get into Premiership football if I have to watch sports at all. And if I don't, that's fair too, because I've got way too much going on in my life right now. I am enrolled in a BTech course under electrical engineering, which is supposed to be a very difficult branch of engineering. Apart from that, I'm doing a lot else as well. So I'm supposed to be busy. I'm not supposed to have time for this at all. But I am finding time, rather, I am making time for this. Essentially, I'm making time to get disappointed. Now, this is what I want to reverse. This is what I want to let go of. And I really am not trying to make a statement over here in this video, like saying that maybe we should move on from watching cricket, maybe you should start watching hockey because that's a national sport, blah blah blah. I'm just saying that maybe I personally have become way too emotionally invested in something that I cannot control. And I feel like that's valid. I've put enough time, energy, and emotional space into this, and maybe, just maybe, it's time to move on. I won't make the promise of to hell with it, I'm not going to watch cricket anymore, but still, I'll try and branch out. And I'll probably upload this somewhere to see if, when I come back 6 months in the future, if I'm sticking to my promise or not. So that's it. It's been almost 10 minutes. That's all from my side. Right now, I believe Australia is either, yeah, they need 3 from 45. We've lost the World Cup, guys. Have a great morning, night, or day, whatever is going on for you. Enjoy your life. Don't watch cricket.